Hello everyone, this is Ed with Techvarium, and today I'm presenting a complete review of the iPhone 6. After many years of sticking to its pocket-sized principles, Apple caved in, introducing not just one larger screen model, but actually two, the iPhone 6 with a 4.7-inch screen and the iPhone 6 Plus with a 5.5-inch screen. Apple definitely had to do it this year. Another year with a 4-inch screen on its flagship phone, and their customers would have switched to Samsung's, Nokia's, HTC's, or LG's larger screened alternatives. But in reality, Apple shouldn't have been so afraid to make the move, because neither of the new phones feels out of place in today's large screen trended smartphone market. With the increasing popularity of larger smartphones, the iPhone 6 and the even bigger iPhone 6 Plus are a reply to that success. One glance at the iPhone 6 and you'll see that it is noticeably larger than the iPhone 5S, with its grown 4.7-inch screen rather than the older 4-inch screen. This time around, the edges are more like those found on the iPad. It also reminded me of the very first iPhone, which also had curved edges. Without making that softening design change, the iPhone 6 would seem much larger. It is slightly heavier than the iPhone 5S, but very thin at 6.9mm thick and surprisingly easy to hold in your hand. Its size is perfect, right between the too small screen of the iPhone 5S and the larger screen on the iPhone 6 Plus. It fits just fine in your pocket, and the chances that you will bend it are close to none. It is quite light at 129 grams and provides an ideal amount of screen space to comfortably watch video content, play games, and view image slideshows. The 4.7-inch display of the iPhone 6 has a resolution of 1334 by 750 pixels, which actually means the same 326 pixels per inch pixel density as the iPhone 5S, but Apple has named the new screen Retina HD. This will be disappointing to some end users, as some competitors offer screen pixel densities in excess of 400 pixels per inch. However, if you are absolutely destined to get an Apple device but with a higher pixel density, then your choice should fall on the iPhone 6 Plus with its 401 pixels per inch pixel density. That difference will most likely remain unnoticed, as iPhone 6's screen clarity is just great. It's bright and crisp, with content appearing almost right at the surface of the glass rather than under it. Apple adjusted the display for improved viewing angles and the contrast ratio, and seems to have made a very notable difference to the overall display quality. Your all-new iPhone 6 runs on iOS 8, which was released 2 days prior to the release of the handset. Any Apple device fan will find the interface very familiar in all aspects. Additionally, now you have an option to zoom in on your view, a helpful feature to those users that need accessibility features. One other impressive feature is that now you have the ability to swipe back and forth through the operating system to get through the apps and web pages. Additionally, iOS 8 also comes with interactive notifications and widgets for the main drag-down menu. It is not a feature that never existed on other platforms, however. The interactive part has been long implemented in the LG G2 and G3, and also for some time in Windows Phone 8 operating system. Apple's version of this feature is very slick, with a small banner appearing at the very top of the screen. Another pleasant feature is a quick contact access. Provides the ability to double press the home button by full press, not a tap, and access the multitasking menu to switch apps or shut them down, while a double tap brings your apps half a screen down for easier one-hand operation. iPhone 6 runs on Apple's new 64-bit A8 processor that is clocked at 1.2 GHz according to Geekbench, a result that is similar shown by the A7 chip. iPhone 6 comes with the same 1 GB of memory as the previous generations. Also, iPhone 6 has better LTE capabilities and the NFC module that was previously not offered. Working together with the new Apple Pay mobile payment service, this will bring the convenience in many stores all across the world by keeping your credit card information secure and allowing for payments to be processed very quickly. Battery life is quite impressive, and in part because of the new and a more efficient 20nm CPU core. Playing a 720p video with screen brightness set to medium ran down the battery at approximately 12% per hour. iPhone 6 is not the only handset that has to offer steady battery performance, but where it does better than most others is streaming Pandora with the screen off over 4G and draining the battery at about 2 to 3% per hour. Now, what about the camera? For a smartphone released in late 2014, an 8-megapixel camera is not something one can brag about, but it performs surprisingly well, as it comes with a dual LED flash, 2.2mm focal distance, 1.5 micron pixels, a completely new autofocus, advanced face detection, and image stabilization. All this provides for the much improved picture quality. Slow-mo feature can be even slower now and shoots your favorite moments at 240 frames per second. When played back at decreased speeds, you receive some impressive results, and video stabilization improves it even more. The front-facing camera is in HD now, and it comes with a new sensor, better aperture, and more acceptable photographs made under low light conditions, and it is now also capable of the burst mode and HDR as well. So what is my verdict? While the 64-bit A8 processor is a bit faster, it doesn't bring much of the notable difference in performance with an already ever-fluid iOS graphic user interface. What makes this smartphone really different are its size and design overhauls. This brings about a 4.7-inch display for better movie watching experience, photo browsing, and allows the end user to include more information on the screen at any given time as compared with the predecessors. But the main question still remains, should you buy the new iPhone 6? Well, are you looking for a solid upgrade to your iPhone 5? A few days of adjustment will get you used to the size changes, but iPhone 5s owners might want to consider to wait another year for the release of the iPhone 6s, as they already have a brilliant smartphone, and aside from that bigger display, the iPhone 6 doesn't bring many other new features to the table. And this is all I got for you for today. If you have some questions, please post those down below and I will do my best to get back to you. Now, if you enjoyed this video, show some love to that like button down below and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have enjoyed this review. See you guys in my next Techvarium review very soon.